Okay, okay, okay. If my reviews are too long for you to watch, there's only two things you gotta assess. How hot's the wallpaper, and how much shit has Zeos done to a headphone because he cares about it. So these are the GoldPlanar 400s, GL400s, GP. I think it's GP400, which is like, oh no, it's GL. At least it's not GP400. I hate that. And no one asked for these because they're a definitely on-ear, portable, open back, planar magnetic headphone. Why? I mean, look, I've used planars as portables before. I use my 4XXs, which I will be comparing to in philosophy more than physicality or sound throughout this video. So link to the 4XXs in the description, future Zeos. Thanks. So I got these. I got these GoldPlanars. I got the other 600s, and I got little IEMs. And these were the most intriguing to me because the other ones look like standard headphones. But these, no, what the fuck is this? So very long sliding mechanism, which is going to come into play. You can see I've added Dakoni nuggets to this. It did not come by default. I love when my phone is just like, bring. Phone go, brrr. Let's do that. I've added Dakoni nuggets. We got to talk. The fact that I did anything to these headphones and just put them on my head and go, and throw them on the fucking table means something. I actually like the way really like the way these sound, especially for their price point. If you haven't, click the link in the description, which I appreciate if you do, and if you don't, it's $80. That's nothing. That's like, all right, $80 is not nothing, but that's like, you're talking about, I think this is the cheapest planar magnetic headphone you can purchase. I looked, the 4XXs are $160, and I consider those to be like pretty low down the podium of like planar headphones. Like, you get 4XXs because they're the cheapest. You want to know what planar's like. You want to get some of that experience. And I like the way they feel, like the old school design. This is half price of that. Now, why? Why you go burr? I'm just going to raise the volume to the lowest possible volume. This way it doesn't vibrate. It just makes no sound. Life hacks with Zeos. Of course, if you forget to do that, it'll just ruin your life. The pads had to be changed. That's number one. Here are the pads it came with. And there's nothing physically wrong with these pads. They're just, I mean, it looks like they're going for not even a round pad. It's like it's offset. There's more pad here than there is here. And I don't know if that's poor manufacturing or actually a planned thing. You can see in the back there was a plastic ring with 3 plastic pins that held the things on. And I've just repurposed it for these pads. I've done it, it's just stuck it on there like that. These pads are Yaxi pads, designed for the HD25 Type B. And when Yaxi sent me their gift bag, they sent me those. They sent me these Yaxi for HD25 comfort pads, which are Alcantara, which I tried those. I didn't like them on this. These are very, very picky. They just couldn't live with the stock. Like look. Like, you can just look at the difference in like thickness and softness, and it's like, $80 headphone. Zeos, I shouldn't have to fix a headphone if I'm spending so much, but I'm looking at it as like, okay, you spent $80, that's pretty cheap. What else can we do to make these better? There's a couple other here. There's another flat Yaxi pad I didn't try. I tried these. This has been cool. These are Yaxi pads that are high Visi 3M reflective tape. So these are reflectors. So like when you're running at night, you could put these on your HD25s and be seen. I don't know. Yaxi has some interesting pads. I also just got some Sennheiser HD25 pads from Dakoni, and I haven't had a chance to whip these out, but they are also more to spec with the HD25. So again, we're talking about like a much smaller pad. Very nice though. I'm gonna link to these, and they come in either midnight, which is the pleather, or in a fabric. So I might give those a swap afterwards. By the way, if you ever want me to try something on a headphone after you've seen a review here, the patrons in the $10 chat can ask me to do anything. But if you ask me and I still have everything set up and it hasn't been locked away, I will try different pads for you. It's just I have infinite pads and people are like, hey, I have specifically this pair of pads and this headphone and this amp. You have the exact same thing somewhere. Can you try it? I will do that. So if you want to change the pads, you basically have to pop it off. You can see there's a little planar driver. It's actually 160 grams is what they claim this weighs, by the way. Like the whole thing, like the entire weight of the headphone is, like, it doesn't feel like a planar, which, yes, it's very small, but you'd still imagine there'd be magnets in it and it would have some weight. No weight. The design is strange. So it's super light. It looks funky. This looks like my logo on my channel. The Z with the headphone, which is a generic headphone shape. Look, there it is. And here's the problem. So they got this big, thick headband, which it's actually well enough built. I don't like the shiny chrome things, like, ever. There's no left and right indicator. When you take the wire out of the box, you get this wire, and it's a short travel wire. It's a 4-foot table. It's plugged into the Rebel amp, which, by the way, sounds better on these than the 789. I'm just telling you what I find. Class A planar versus 789 planar. So you get this, like, okay wire. It's fabric. I have nearly no complaints about it. In fact, even the heads are labeled left and right, although they're labeled left and right this way. So you have to read them pointing down. And then you got a little red indicator and a little green indicator, because I don't know why fucking blue plastic doesn't exist. And there's no left or right indicator on the headphones, so when you put it down, and the way I've been doing it is I've been doing it so I can put the pads up, and I'm saying, all right, now that's the right side. So it's a 2.5 millimeter, big vents on the bottom. Besides having, like, the entire back be vented, there's big vents in the bottom. So now the only indicator you have of left and right is the LNR on the actual stalk, which is upside down. It's correct that way. It's upside down this way, so it's very strange. I would recommend highly, if you have these, just get a piece of tape, blue tape here, red tape here. Pick a side. I'll pop that in there. The other problem I had to overcome, the reason the nuggets are up there, is this rotates this way, and it flexes this way, but there's no way to adjust the kink this way. And with the stock pads, it was even worse. With these new pads, with the thicker Yaxi pads, it's better. But when you extend this, this is beautiful. This feels like the exact same metal neck, like the B&O H6s, which are one of my favorite built cans. So, like, at least this part, when these extend so fucking long, and it's great that they do that, because guess what? If I put these on without those pads up top, I have to wear them like this. You see where the pads are pointing? They're sort of like that. And my ears don't go like that. My ears are flat. So if my head was only, like, I don't know, 4 inches wide, that's perfect. If my head was only 6 inches wide, it's already starting to not be perfect. At only 6 inches wide, so my head is like 8 inches wide. Like a human's head. Hi, GoldPlanar. I'm human. Have you met me? So what I found I had to do was extend it, because they curve. You see how they curve as I extend them down? Which fixes the angle. Look, it's straight now, and it fits around a human's head. But I needed to add pads so that it lifted it up, because it was fully extended. So you're already like, Zeos, what the fuck, why would I even bother? Headphones are fun. And not all headphones are perfect. And sometimes what you get out of them after a little bit of tiny little playing around is fucking worth it. So this is my hobby. Don't take it from me. Anyway. Once you extend this all the way, add nuggets or something up here, and you can finally open them up, and then put thicker pads on it, and I'm honestly okay with the wire. I still don't know why they have vents there if the whole back is open. There's a closed back version of this. I don't know why they didn't send me the open and closed versions. I kind of want to hear it, because when you cover the back of this with your hands, it's not a pleasant experience, and I want to know if they've done more than just, like, add 30 grams worth of weight. So let's put them on. Oh, that's the wrong way. See, I could tell it's the wrong way, because there we go. Now I know it's the right way. See? I should get the marker and just write R and L. So now that I know they'll fit, and now that I know that they'll actually be comfortable on my ear, because I'm going to put a fucking on-ear on my ear, that on-ear is going to be comfortable. And since I've tested with many pads, I know that they're not going to ruin the sound too much. They're not exactly like open. Like Ship 9800 sound more open. This sounds sort of like we're talking into my own. I can hear myself and it sounds exactly like this. So there's definitely stuff in the way. But then you start playing music through a quality amp. And I'm not saying the 789 is not a good amp. God almighty, I could hear the comments already. Zio said it's not as good. I just said it sounds better on the Rebel amp. Like everything sounds better on a Rebel amp. Link to the Rebel amp. But that is the worst song ever. This is a old school game from the Yoko Kanno Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. Let's try something else. Geschaffelstein. Ooh, that's actually a... And I'm adjusting the angle of the cups. Wait. Oh, yeah. There's two schools of thought on the way I think these sound. And there's no one else who's listening but me. And no one, I've never asked anyone's opinion or read anything. But either the bass feels overbearing or it sounds planar. This Geschaffelstein is like pound, 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 pound. And planar just fucking does it. And even if it's a tiny planar, you're getting it. You're getting that like... It feels like you're getting hit in the head. At the same time, though, that can muddle up the rest of the sound. It's... Oh, I'm going to skip forward. I love this song, actually. This is Geschaffelstein, A Lack of Hope. Oh, it just knocks. The bass knocks. I'm allowed to say that. I know there's a lot of other things I don't say like the bass. There's a... The only headphones I can compare these to, because the only headphones worth comparing them to is the KPH-30Is. You don't know KPH-30Is, they're cost set, they're like $30, sometimes they're on drop for $20, and it's like they're an attached wire, little just on-ear thing, and everyone's like, ha ha ha, but if you don't buy them, you're stupid. Because they hit so high. Like, I would almost consider the sound quality of a KPH-30I, if they could put that into a $500 headphone with a detachable cable and big over-ear pads, just the exact same sound, I'd probably recommend it. But it's $30, so I mean, just go. $300 headphone? We'll break even. I feel like I'm exaggerating with 5, but like a $300 headphone that has the exact same open sound signature as the KPH-30Is and just that right amount of low end, and that imaging is just spectacular. It's spectacular for 30. For 300 it would make sense. These are the only things I can compare that to, because these are also a small portable-ish. They don't weigh a lot. They kind of make me feel like a communist. I don't know. Something about them reminds me of like when I watched Chernobyl. I'm pretty sure the operators in the booths had something like this on to make phone calls when they were swapping out the board. Just saying. But if that was the case, then they had a wonderful listening experience, because you get a depth to the sound, which I'm going to keep shuffling. I want to say at some points it feels bright and like energetic. I know these are weird audiophile words, but it sounds like no matter if I lower the volume, it still feels like the gain's up. It's like, hey, sound, hey, sound, hey, sound, hey, I'm sound. So I'll keep lowering it, and then it's like, you know what, just run with it. Just. I wouldn't have done the pad swap and the headband thing and then figured out all the what. I wouldn't have given a shit if it didn't sound good. My problem as a reviewer is that, like, I want to recommend this. That's my problem. The problem is I do want to recommend it, but there's a lot of, like, little things that they could fix. This needs to be able to articulate down, and then you wouldn't have to do this thing with the headband, and then the pads. You just never need to change pads. Why? Why? Why do you ever have to need to change pads? I guarantee you they could make these, like, 4 or 5 millimeters thicker and out of a different material for like pennies after manufacturing costs, and they could just keep charging the same amount and it'd be comfortable and perfect. So it's like I figured out how to make this work, and it is absolutely an enjoyable experience to listen to these. And they're like a quirky Russian communist looking thing going on, but who's going to go through the trouble? So I'm just sitting here with my dick in my hand for other reasons, and just I can't there's no words I can say that's going to convince you that, hey, these are probably worth it. I mean, if you're a weirdo, I'm a bit of a weirdo. If you're a weirdo, then maybe you're just like, hey, you know what I always wanted? I've always wanted a 160 gram set of planars that I could take on the go with me. They're such an energetic set of headphones. And the treble never gets like so bad that it's like it's just, I feel like they need to do some tweaking on the dampening. I feel like when I put them on and all of a sudden I can't hear the world, I feel like if that was opened up a bit, if I really started modifying these, really went into it, these could probably be like one of those iconic T50 mod level things, because they're so cheap to start with. $80 is, I accidentally bought $80 headphones when I was drunk, and I'll just keep them. Levels of headphone. No one asked for this, and now I like it. That's the problem. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm giving them, I want to give them a thumbs up. Remember how channels do this or this? But I mean, if you said, all right, you could have these headphones, Zeos, but you can't change the pads and you can't put the Coney Nuggets on top. I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't want them. Good headphones like Ship 9500s just work. I was going to say Ship 9500s or Grados, but the Grados I have over there, the SR60Es, need the pad swap to really like, but then they have an attached wire, so it's like, fuck again. There's so many compromises here in the lower realm. I call this the lower realm. Anything under like $150, $200 is the lower realm from now on. Let's make this canon. In the lower realm, like you just have to find, there's a jewel in here. These headphones have an amazingly planar sound. It's just that there's so much bullshit around it that's like, was it worth it? Is it worth it? You know who these would fit? Children. Like a 6-year-old boy. His head is probably like, their little Tommy's head. Like I'm trying to bend it. I'm trying to bend it. It doesn't bend. It swivels, but it doesn't bend. Yeah, but as soon as you grow into adulthood, you need to whack it out like that, and then you got to put pads on top, or just glue tape to it, or put a comfort strap. These reviews are hard because I want to listen to AC/DC War Machine in these headphones in 83-degree weather with no air conditioner on, through the Rebel amp cooking. And I want to listen to AC/DC. I'm enjoying it. But are any of you give a shit? No. Why would you? It's too much work, Zeos. I don't even know where I can get specifically the Yaxi for HE2 Type B for Type B. I don't know what black for Type B. Well, that font. The sound is yours font. Greater appreciation of music. All right. I don't know. I did a sound demo of these, which was a pain in the dick because they're very small. Toonami Broken Promise. Oh, wait. Where's the microphone on this? I think there's two. I want to let you listen to it with me. I feel like they're a novelty. Like, you can't make them any cheaper than $80, because then it's like, just don't even bother. What's a $40 set of these going to feel like? They're not even going to use metal here. They have problems. They have problems, but I still like them with problems. So I guess that's what I'm much like the wallpaper, which I still haven't seen that show, by the way. But you love them, but they have problems. They do planar sound for $80. What the hell is this? All right, I'm done. I can't. I'm trying to make the pimp juice flow. To like, Zeos, pimp these sound real good. I have the two demons on my shoulders. One saying, don't make people spend $80 on these, Zeos. These are not worth it. They need too much work. And the other one's like, but they sound so good, Zeos. Just tell them all they need is pads. All they need is fucking Duconi tips, and they could change the wire if they really felt like it. At least the only saving grace as far as like Zeos usually fucks with it, is this wire is actually, it's perfect. It's a short enough cable that it's for portable. It comes with a 3.5 millimeter and 1/4 inch adapter that screws on. It's metal. It's cloth, but it's not like janked cloth. Like this. If the wire was bad, this would be a no-go. Like there was like several. It would have been the straw that broke the camel's back, and the wire's good. So I mean, that's a recommendation for me. I don't know how many people are going to click the link in the description and buy it, but it's getting a nod. Will it end up on my wall? Probably not. Will it end up in a yard sale? Possibly, but only if I can get Yaxi to send me a replacement set of these pads, because if I sold them, I wouldn't want to take off anything about it. I'd want to sell them as is. And then someone will give me $14 for them. If you don't know how the yard sales work, by the way, transition. Patreon and Subscribestar support this channel. And hopefully one day will buy me a house. And hopefully one day will send my children to college. And to do that, I need your help. Buy my stuff for me, please. See these reviews early on either platform. Ask me any questions you want on platform. I get back to you within a week. And then the yard sales from the 1st to the 10th, I just got to sell things. Sell it. Sell it. Well, no, not those. Sell it. Maybe sell it. Sell it. Sell it. Probably sell that. Oh my God, the speaker's missing. So yeah, from the 1st to the 10th, you $5, you can get in and bid on any number of things in the yard sale. I ship for free US, half shipping internationally. The $10 tier attached to either Subscribestar or Patreon gets you into the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat, which is probably why my phone was going brrr for so long at the beginning of this video. Because there's new people, there's like 200 people in there now. It's wild. The amount of people that enjoy audio and just love talking to each other behind a slight paywall. Like it's a $10 paywall. You would think that would like, everyone would jump it. But no, but these people are insane. And if you want to find insane audio people, but not like argumentative audio people, like really helpful audio people, that's where they are. And there's higher tiers that are going to be for hardware swap, which if that comes to fruition sometime before COVID's second wave hits, these might end up in the box for that. I won't sell them. I'll just let everyone try them. So yeah, that's my spiel. And don't forget to check out Hi-Fi Guides, which will have these on there. But here's the problem with Hi-Fi Guides. Yes, you go here, you say headphone. Yes, you say I want this. You say I don't have an amp, and I want open back, and I want to skip the sound. And here's your choices. And the Porta Pro and this, and these would be somewhere in this list. And if someone bought them, is there a link to reviews? We actually do have links to reviews. That's new, I think. Nice. If someone buys them, they don't watch this video, they don't know to get the pads in this thing, and why don't these fit right? So, I mean, it's like, that's where you go to the forums. There should be a forum post for everything I've ever reviewed in this channel and everything I review as I'm reviewing it, because the mods there are amazing, and they create official threads for any product that they see pop up in my Patreon. So, go on here, Topping E30. I have to read that because I've reviewed the Topping E30 right there. I don't read reviews, but I mean, it's nice to know the community's aspect. And don't forget to download that wallpaper in the description. You can crop it out, put it on your phone, or leave it and buy a 21:9 monitor just for the wallpapers of this channel. There's some spending advice for you. And ignore the audio engines, we'll get to those. And I'll see you all tomorrow for the sound demo for these, which won't matter because none of you want to go through the fucking effort just to carry around weird Czech looking communist headphones. I love them. I love them.